This is the local news with Charles Winchester, weather with Bob Pritchard, sports with Biff Boxman, and traffic with Roger Henderson. Good evening, I'm Charles Winchester. Tonight, we're giving our viewers a break from the endless troubling news, and we're only focusing on good news. But first up, a look at the forecast with meteorologist Bob Pritchard. It's currently 41 degrees. We're looking at a mild night, a little cooler than last night. Now over to Roger with traffic. There is literally no traffic, so the Beltway's clear, Parkway's good all the way to DC, 95's running smooth, so's the JFX, the city's virtually empty. Back to you, Charles. Thank you, Roger. The local time is 6:01. Let's take another look at that forecast with Bob. It's still 41 degrees. It'll be dark soon. It'll be a mild night, a little cooler than last night. Over to Roger. I got nothing, Chuck. Local news time, 6:02. Say, that's quite a fine sweater you got there, Bob. Well, thank you, Charles. It's new. You know, it'll be a little cooler tonight, so I thought I'd try it out. Local news time is still 6:02. Our field reporter Didier Dubois is down in front of the school board where they're debating a new practice for students. Didier?
Bonjour, Charles. I am coming to you live from in front of the building where the school board would normally meet. This implies I spoke to someone inside, but there is no one there. It's empty. They are meeting online. I only know this because the intern found information for me. The issue they are debating is they are going to allow students to smoke in the classroom.
Well, that's not really good news, is it, Didier?
Oh, mais oui, but I am French, you see, and we believe smoking is a God-given right.
We'll check back with Didier on that school board ruling. Local news time, 6:03. Let's check in with the weather with Bob. Seriously? Nothing has changed. Oh, it's down to 40 degrees. Yes, it's going to be a mild night, a little cooler than last night. Roger? There's a truck going down the parkway. Look. Yes, he seems to be going the speed limit, and he's going south, and he's taking the next exit. There's virtually nothing here. Chuck, you make the big bucks. Back to you, big boy. Thank you, Roger. Well, here's a news story everyone can love. It's a picture of a puppy. And it's not just any puppy. It's the puppy of our cameraman, Jeff. His name is Buster, and I hear he's a good boy. Good boy, Buster. Good boy. Local news time, 6:05. Let's check back in with Bob and the weather. You gotta be kidding. Roger? I got nothing, Charlie. It's 6:05 and time for sports with Biff Boxman. Now let's check back in with Didier Dubois down at the school board.
I am still standing in front of the building, Charles. No? There's no one here. There's nothing new. There's nothing for me to add.
Didier, did you see Bob's sweater?
Oh, c'est bon.
Now let's take a look at the stories we're preparing for 11 o'clock. Jeff is going to give us an update on what Buster had for dinner and how his house training is going. And that's the local news, but before we go, one more check-in with Bob and the weather. Don't even. This has been the local news with Charles Winchester. And that's the local news, but before we go, one more check-in with Bob and the weather. I'm Charles Winchester. Thank you and good night.